How's it going, everyone? Matt Leighton, and welcome back to another episode of the Arlington Insider, episode 7. We're here at LeoNora Bakery in Clarendon. I'm joined by Sarah. Sarah, why don't you introduce yourself and in 20 seconds or less tell the people a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Cool. My name is Sarah Johnson. I'm the pastry chef and bakery manager here at LeoNora. And I like to experiment with different stuff. We try to put a twist on everything we do, doing everything homemade from scratch. So
awesome. So Sarah doesn't know this, but for the past 2 years, I've lived literally 2 blocks away. And every single morning when I go to my yoga class at 6:20 in the morning, I walk by LeoNora and it smells amazing. And I'm guessing the first person that's making goodies in here doesn't come in at 6:20 in the morning.
No.
When is the earliest that someone is walking in here and opening the door?
midnight.
Midnight for
an
the
overnight
next
bread
day.
shift. So they're coming in around 12. They start all of our baguettes. All of our breads are mixed daily, shaped, baked, everything. So there's someone in here making bread, doing all of the croissants. Pretty much, we used to be a pretty much 24-hour facility. We would have someone in here at all times doing something.
Wow, fresh. That's fantastic. So my first question is, who is your market? Like, are you selling to individuals? Are you catering? Are you selling to other businesses and then they're taking your product and selling it to their customers? Who are you selling to?
We're not really doing wholesale anymore. We actually stopped all of the wholesale that we were doing to focus on our retail. So it really is just the typical Clarendon person walking by, coming on Saturday morning bright and early to get their ham and cheese croissants.
So business to consumer, face to face. We set it up a very condensed spot, but very highly optimized, so you're going to see some things going on in the background here. My question now is, what do you like best about doing business in Clarendon? What about this atmosphere, this environment you like doing business in?
The people are all really friendly and nice. We have a really solid client base of regulars that come in every day or every other day. We remember our faces, we remember their faces. So it is a really friendly, awesome environment.
It seems like you know pretty much everyone in here.
Yeah, it's fun.
Awesome. What's maybe one challenge that you face? I did a little bit of research. It sounds like you opened in 2011 at this spot, and maybe you were doing the wholesaling then, and now you're more focused on business to consumer. Over the years, maybe what's one challenge that you're facing right now?
We have a really small space, so we want to be able to do everything, and we just can't. One thing that pops into mind is that we can't really keep cakes in the case because we just don't have enough case space. So every single birthday cake we do has to be a custom order and baked and made to order. So I would love to expand that, but right now it's a small operation.
Do you envision more brick and mortar stores in the future?
Potentially. We work with, so we're owned by the same owners as Liberty Tavern across the street, Lion Hall down the street, and Northside Social. So those owners are really great about wanting to expand and do new things and try out more endeavors. So potentially, I can't promise another LeoNora, but I know that they are opening another Northside Social in Falls Church. So, and
nice.
There is a lot of crossover within the company. It's a very cooperative company. So there will definitely be some LeoNora people transferring over to the new Northside as well.
At Northside, do they have their own bakeries, their own pastries, or so it's completely separate?
Yep. So we actually do crossover in terms of we make bread that they use in their sandwiches and other lunch items, and then we send them croissants every morning and pick up scones to sell here.
Gotcha.
So,
what's maybe your proudest achievement that you can say as a company since you've been open?
I've only been here since September, but I know that the company has continued to expand. So I know I think this shop actually started out as one of the 3 compartments that we have and just got bigger and bigger through the years.
So just location-wise, we're right across the street from Liberty Tavern, across the narrow Irving Street. So to me, it's kind of a tricky location because if you're just like walking around, you may not like peek, down the smaller side street. It may not be in your line of vision. but I think people are now starting to find out about it.
We have become less of a hidden gem and more of just a neighborhood gem.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is hard to get people down this street. We have a really pretty chalkboard sign down on the corner, hoping to draw more people in, but definitely is a challenge getting people down this street. There's not a lot else down here.
Yeah, there's the buildings behind us have been under construction for a couple years, and now they're, fully occupied, fully rented, and now there's newer businesses moving in. So hopefully, with the addition of newer retail spaces that actually have businesses and aren't just an empty storefront, that will increase traffic to that as well.
Yeah.
What's maybe one misconception that people have about LeoNora that when they finally patronize it, they're like, oh, I didn't realize you guys did this?
I think it's just that we bake everything here daily from scratch, always. We never compromise that. So every single baguette that we sell on a Monday is baked that Monday. We're never going to sell things, hey, big guy, that are made a different day.
Okay.
So yeah, it's always fresh, always handmade, best ingredients we can source.
Very nice. Where do you see yourself in 5 years as a company?
As a company, definitely expanding. The new north side opens this summer, so we will be putting our trails out in different directions as that happens. Obviously, we can only do so much at one time, but yeah, expanding. We have a really solid client base right now, just growing that, maybe doing more cake orders.
So do you think cakes are going to be the people behind us? There's like 5 or 6 people. What do you think they're ordering? Like, what do most people get?
People are coming in for croissants, particularly today since there's no work and everyone's out and about. We prepped a bigger number of croissants than normal, but yeah, people are coming in the door for croissants and pastries. So just keeping people coming in and hopefully expanding seating, having a place for people to hang out, because right now we're sitting in the only 2 seats that we have here. So.
Right. And there's a couple outside, so I think it's a mix between people grabbing and going like immediately, and then obviously when it's nicer or when it's 60 degrees in the month of February, we might have some people that are just lounging outside. So a good mix of that. Well, for the people that haven't walked through the front door, what can someone expect when they come into LeoNora?
Friendly service, great people work here. I love everybody on the team that works here. People really put passion into their work here, so you can taste the love in every bit of it.
Very nice. And finally, let's do the top 3 things that someone needs to know about LeoNora. Sarah, imagine if you bumped into someone on the sidewalk and they were leaving and you could only tell them 3 things about the business, and in those 3 things they knew everything about LeoNora. What would those 3 things be?
Oh my gosh.
Just putting you right on the spot.
Yeah, that is on the spot. Let's see. I feel like a broken record saying this, but just quality handmade pastries, cakes. We're flexible in terms of working with clients on what they want. So if there's a flavor we don't normally offer or something different that you want, we're happy to do that. And then just friendly, happy service.
Cool. There you have it. Thank you so much for watching. For Sarah and myself, episode 7 of the Arlington Insider. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and check out LeoNora in person. Where can they find you, both in person and if you're online, social media?
LeoNora Bakery on Facebook and Instagram, and I take care of all of those, so that's fun. And then you can find us, I think it's LeoNora.Bakery.com. You can email me, LeoNora.PastryFanatic@gmail.com for orders and inquiries.
Excellent. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, create a productive day. Take care.